GRILLS 2023-2024 financial year report highlights that the delays with the issuing of visa application is mainly due to fraud and corruption, an issue which is linked with performance failures, unethical behavior, and non-compliance with legislation. One of the recommendations made is for officials who administer visa processing to be adequately trained so as to perform due diligence. In light of this, what corruption combating interventions have you taken regarding your officials' staff complement? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honourable Ceza. Honourable Minister, your response.
Thank you, Chair. Since June last year, we've dismissed 33 officials, I think is the current number. There are dozens more investigations ongoing. There have been 8 successful prosecutions resulting, I believe, in over 100 years in prison for people involved. And we are working with the SIU to systematically dismantle the syndicates that operate in Home Affairs. I had mentioned at the launch of the Anti-Corruption Forum that my assessment is that South Africa has become a syndicated society. And it is the consequence of state capture. It is what happens when you send a message that from the highest levels of government that corruption is something that is okay. And what we've seen since then is mafias and syndicates moving in across society, whether it's the construction mafia or indeed the kind of syndicates that operate in Home Affairs. The only solution to that is to hold people accountable. And I don't have the comparison with me, but I think Home Affairs has fired more people in these 10 months than any other government department, and we will continue to do that. And we have just concluded the process to appoint a new Deputy Director General for Human Resources, and that person will work closely with the Counter-Corruption Unit to accelerate and deepen this even more strongly. So there can be absolutely no doubt that the cleanup is well underway in Home Affairs. But secondly, of course, your question in a sense also answers itself, because you refer to the AG's report from last year talking about visa backlogs and corruption and all of those inefficiencies. That's why it's so important that we've cleared the backlog, because now you don't have the space for people to say, if you want your application processed, you must pay a bribe. You actually have now a department that has processed that backlog. So in and of itself, that is a massive step forward. We continue to work with some of the experts that were on the Lubisi panel that did excellent work to analyze some of these syndicates and how they stick together. But I can indicate that those same experts are probably almost as excited as I am about our digitalization efforts, because they understand, and the report from the AG has shown time and time again, that when you have manual paper files and you've got outdated systems, that's where the gap for corruption really exists. So we're holding people accountable without fear or favor, but we're also changing the system.